Hey everyone!
Hey
Welcome back to Barefaced and Unbridled. We're your hosts, Lauren Michael.
I'm Mackenzie Cruz.
And today we have April with us.
She's one of our good friends. We just love her so much.
She's a fellow wellness girly like us.
Yes.
She is so dedicated and a wealth of knowledge, and we could just talk to her forever about all things health and wellness. And she just gets us, we get her, and it's crazy. So we're like, okay, this needs to be a podcast episode. Yeah. So we have a lot in store for today. She has such an amazing background and just so many things when it comes to health and wellness. So do you kind of want to start it and tell us what your background is?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like my wellness journey started in high school a little bit. So, of course, there are the years when you eat whatever you want and then you slowly start to gain weight and you're like, oh my gosh. And some people, they don't even realize it and they're totally fine with it. For me, I was like, oh, this is not okay. I need to do something about this.
Yeah.
So I started to dive a little bit into, nutrition. I started working out more. And, it became a little more obsessive over body figure versus like the health aspect. That was super important. But then as I transitioned into college, I started to like eat less and less and then realize like, okay, even though I look better, I'm not actually healthy. I'm not actually thriving. My mood isn't actually good. It was more of I would say on the eating disorder line of things.
Yeah. All women have kind of gone through that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
So true.
Right.
So true. Like we all have wrestled with it to a little degree at some
For
point.
sure.
And so then I started to dive into the hormone aspect. I went to a naturopathic doctor, started to do gut testing, blood work, started to realize, cycle syncing and getting your cycle is really important because I was barely getting it because I just didn't weigh enough. And so diving into the cycle syncing aspect and hormones, eating for your hormones. And then I was always like, okay, certain people look a certain way and they could eat the same thing, but they look different still. And so then I thought, okay, it doesn't matter, what you're doing. There has to be something more. And so I realized when I saw someone doing genetic testing, this is it. This is the blueprint to your body. Right. And so I shifted from hormones into like genetic testing, still dabbling in the hormones because that's super important, but then diving into the genetic side of things and how, like Kenzie, your genetics are different from Lauren's.
Right.
Yeah.
And so like your blueprint is going to be different from yours and how to like go about life, how you detox, how you exercise. And so I jumped into that. And then I also jumped into podcasting, just optimizing my body, nourishing it the best I can, working out, being healthy, but also knowing like, okay, my figure looking a certain way, even if it looks good, it might not be healthy. And so focusing on how to be healthy, keep my body looking good, but also knowing like I'm nourished and not undernourished.
Right.
And that's kind of how it all progressed. And then obviously motherhood changed everything, but that's like the background there.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we love you too because you do wellness the way we do it. And it's the real way. You are dedicated to what you eat, everything you put on and in your body.
Yes.
And I mean, that has such a huge effect on everything.
Oh, gosh, yes.
And we started talking about it the other day, how so many people deal with infertility,
I know.
irregular periods, not getting a period. And I know they say your period is your fifth vital sign to let you know how your body is doing. And a lot of people don't know that. So many people are on hormonal birth control that's affecting that.
Yeah.
So we're like that. Okay, that's the perfect conversation to start having with you since you have so much knowledge on that.
Right.
Sounds great.
Yeah. And I mean, you're a mama.
Yes.
Kenzie's a mama. So I feel like we haven't talked a lot on the podcast about mother, postpartum, preparing for baby, nothing like that. Right. So I'm excited to learn all about it.
All right, April, so tell us a little bit about preconception and how you got your body ready for having a baby.
Yes. So I would say that phase started even before, honestly, actually right after I got married. I feel like I still wasn't doing the proper things eating-wise when I got married. And then I started to realize like, okay, I need to optimize things. My period was still a little wonky. I had it good and then it I started eating a little bit less. And so focusing on nutrient-dense foods was so important, and foods that are easy to digest was really, really key. And eating enough protein was super important. Optimizing my supplements, what's going to help me for fertility, what's not, and just really optimizing it there. And it was honestly probably like a 4-year process to get optimized. it didn't have to maybe be that long, but that's just how my journey ended up being. And so I would say the final year before I got pregnant was when I feel like my body was actually in a really healthy place. And yeah, honestly, I wasn't even planning to get pregnant, but ended up getting pregnant when I did. And it just showed that my body was ready. And what's actually really wild is I had a blood test done probably about like a month and a half before I conceived, because I like to do like every 6 months blood work just to see where I'm at with my vitamins, minerals, all that stuff. Okay. And what was really interesting about it was my egg count, because we did a few hormonal things knowing I was going to try conceiving like a few months later. My egg count was really low. And that was very concerning for me, because I thought, okay, I could be really optimized, but if my egg count is low, what does this mean? And it totally set me back in a way where, like, what if I can't conceive? And the person that I'm friends with, that I work with, talking about my blood work, said, April, don't even worry about that, because if you're nourishing your body properly, like, it doesn't matter your egg count, like, it can get optimized, and that doesn't even matter. You'll still be able to conceive if you're healthy. Wow. And so hearing that was encouraging, but at the same time, it was concerning, because it's
I'm sure that's all you can think about.
All I could think about.
Yeah.
She told me, when she said my number, she's like, it's fine. Don't go down the rabbit hole. And so I waited a few hours, and then I thought, I gotta look. I gotta see what
I'm going down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. I went down the rabbit hole, and I'm like, holy cow, like, my numbers are really low, like really low. And so I was so concerned. I like cried to Caleb that evening, like, oh my gosh, like, what is this gonna mean? And then sure enough, literally like a month later, I ended up getting pregnant, not even trying. And it was almost like God saying, hey, just trust me.
Yeah.
You're okay. Yeah. Don't think about like the things that are out of your control. Don't think about, the things that haven't even happened yet. And yeah, sure enough, I
just told you not to worry.
Yeah. So it shows that, like, if you're nourishing your body properly, certain numbers are not going to matter, like the things that you really can't control. Because if you're optimized and you're nourishing yourself the best you can, that's really what matters.
What are some foods for those that are struggling with that?
Yes. So when I was focusing on nutrient density, also like easy to digest, it was like slow cooked meats, like knowing that, when they're slow cooked and they have the gelatin in there, it's just easier on your digestion. It has all the amino acids in there.
So nourishing and warming.
So nourishing. Love it. I love slow cooked meats so much. So
same.
It was not a problem with me. So that was really great. Okay. Actually, shrimp is really easy to digest. Oh. I've never been a huge shrimp fan, but I had a little bit more of it because of that reason.
Okay.
And then just, making sure I was getting enough fats. Okay. Not overdoing it, but like still making sure I had the healthy fats in there. I was also, I had raw carrot salads to like help clear out some of the estrogen.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually a crazy hack that I didn't really believe worked until I was like just experimenting with it and trying.
Yeah. I don't know anything about it.
Okay, so basically raw carrots, you shred them up, add a little coconut oil, add a little apple cider vinegar, a little sea salt. Oh. It's kind of like a coleslaw taste in a way, a little vinegary coleslaw. And it actually like takes the toxins in your gut, different pathogens you don't want, excess toxic estrogen, and just pulls it out. Because
like a binder.
Kind of like a binder, like charcoal, but like you're still eating real foods where it's kind of nourishing you still.
Yeah. You're getting the other vitamins and minerals from the carrots.
Exactly. And so like sometimes women, when they have so much excess toxic estrogen, it can get in the way of fertility. And because a lot of women are estrogen dominant these days, endotoxins, like you guys know, everything, literally life. And so, that's a great way to help. And it's actually, they say like nature's lip filler. It actually plumps your lips up. And I did notice that.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I noticed it after like a few days, and I took pictures because I thought, oh my gosh, like they were plumper, better color, like the lines are better.
Like, okay, gotta try that.
I know, it was wild. And so, that was a great thing to add. So I would add it sometimes to like the tacos I was having that with the slow cooked meats.
Oh yeah.
I was making like homemade masa tortillas because that's easy to digest.
So good.
When they're like with the lime and all. So that's a little food info as to like what I was eating. I was doing a lot less like raw veggies just because those can be really hard on the gut. Okay. I really wanted to heal my gut, and now I can do raw veggies, but I was focusing on easy to digest foods that wouldn't make me like gassy and stuff like that.
Did you do a lot of bone broth?
Yes, bone broth.
Okay.
Oh my god. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yes, I had a lot of like bone broth in the mornings before I even ate any food. I haven't been doing it because it's summer and it's just kind of warm.
Yeah.
But I need to get back at that because it's so good for the skin and everything. But I swore by it for my gut. I saw x-rays at the chiropractor before. So like we came back from a trip. We had a lot of seed oils. It was out of my control. saw at the chiropractor my x-ray, and I could tell there was a lot of inflammation in the gut. We were focusing on the spine, but
Right.
my gut. And then like 3 months later, after doing these foods that I was eating, the bone broth, my gut, there was no inflammation. I could just tell there was none of the like the black shadows and stuff.
Yeah.
Believe it. I was like, that's more impressive than my spine right now.
Yeah,
So-
you're like, I don't care about the spine.
Yes.
Let's look at the gut.
Like, but the gut, that's good. So it just shows how awesome it really work for you.
Okay, that is amazing. So
Yes.
then what about supplement wise?
Yes. So I kind of went off of supplements for a little while in that year just to kind of see, okay, how is my body doing?
Right.
And one thing I did notice was that I was all of a sudden getting really depressed at a certain point, and there was no reason for it. Like I was eating all the foods, and I knew genetically, so with the genetic test, that I need a little extra more vitamin Bs just for my detox, my methylation. And so I started adding some vitamin Bs just to play around with it, and it completely went away. So I definitely started having the vitamin Bs much more religiously, knowing that my body does better with that. That was what I did. And then a few months later, I started incorporating a supplement called Thyro Plus, which I was kind of telling you about.
Yes, yeah.
And what's really amazing about that is it has oysters in it, which is kind of like nature's multivitamin.
Yeah.
Aphrodisiac as
Yeah.
well. And so it has the zinc, it has the vitamin B, selenium, like iodine, like all the things so good for your hormones. It has like some gelatin in there. It has vitamin Bs. It has ashwagandha, and the ashwagandha is processed in a way that avoids it being the nightshade. Sometimes ashwagandha is actually like a nightshade.
Yeah.
So that can hinder your thyroid if you aren't really careful. So the way it's processed in this supplement is to avoid that. That just helps like de-stress your body. So many of us are just in this go, go, go mode.
Right.
Where we're very stressed and our nervous systems are kind of dysregulated because we're just so, like, we don't realize how like go, go, go we are.
Yeah.
And so the ashwagandha kind of just helps relax your whole entire body.
I love
it's
that.
Really great for the hormones. Really great for, your overall mood. Gives you a boost of energy too.
Yeah.
So it's really great.
Try that one.
It's
No, you need to
crazy.
send us that info,
please.
and then we can.
The links.
Some of these.
Yeah,
for
we need
sure.
the
It's
links for
coming
these.
your way.
Yeah. Okay, so do you have the MTHFR gene mutation?
I do have parts of it, yeah. 'Cause
Okay.
There's like a whole bunch that play into it.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't detox properly and methylate properly.
Right.
So that was just an area that I really had to work on.
Yeah, for sure.
With like the genetics coaching, what are you seeing?
Oh man. Actually, what's really funny is I find that couples end up being very similar. So it's almost like couples get together and they're very similar. And I don't know if it's just they're attracted to like similar personalities.
Themselves.
It's so interesting. So
Yeah.
that's actually a really interesting point that I've seen because I've done a lot of couples. They just do it together.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, this is going to be really easy for you guys, like supplement-wise, diet-wise.
Straight, yeah.
Yeah. There was only one couple that was very, very different. But, they're making it work. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Like, they're not together anymore.
Not anymore, but it's fine. So that's a fun fact that I've been seeing. There's definitely a lot of people that struggle with methylation. I think it's just really common, and I don't know if that's happened over time or if it's just like there's no perfect human being, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, I would say that that's the biggest thing. Some people have a little more cardiovascular health, signs that they might need to watch a little bit. Some people, their workout routines actually preference more slow movement, and some people preference more like fast, like sprints or like HIIT workouts. How you work out, according to your genetics, matters as well.
Right.
Like injury prone versus not injury prone.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, that's something I'd want to do because I'm always so intrigued by what works best for my body when it comes to exercising.
Yes, we always talk about
Yeah.
Yes,
So
right.
that is something I would definitely want to do so I can know, if I'm
That's
working out the right way for my body.
We were seeing things like it's based on your blood type too. I mean, I've seen that. I've
Have you seen
so
the blood
many-
type diet?
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
the blood type
crazy.
diet
It's so crazy.
and like
Yeah.
exercise because I'm O negative, so that's like
Oh.
really rare. And so they were saying
Yes.
I thrive on like HIIT workouts, and then I think like
meats,
carnivore,
like
or-
meats for you.
forget.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what got me even more into health, guys. Like, I pulled it off my parents' shelf, and I was like religious about it.
wow.
So
Did it work for you?
honestly, I did see results, but I don't know. I'm AB positive actually, which is really rare
Yeah.
as well. So that was really
Well,
wild.
yeah.
I still kind of follow a little bit of it. I've seen things in my life that kind of affect to that degree too. Maybe there's some truth to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what your blood type is? My
What is
sister's
that?
B. And
Yeah.
so like
Yeah.
what do they have to do?
they're very good with like meats as well. They can handle red meats really well.
Yeah.
I
I'm good
think
with
yours
meat.
was like lower. Yours wasn't HIIT. Yours was something else, right?
No, I don't remember.
We did
Yeah.
it a long
Yeah.
time ago.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's like coming
Yeah.
back to me like, oh yeah, like lower stomach acid for me. Like my
Yes.
mom's an A, so like really low stomach acid. And
Oh,
it's just wild.
Yeah.
And
it's very
who
interesting.
knows like how much truth it is. But
Yeah.
I feel like there is.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you eat healthier and clean it up,
yeah.
you'll feel good. So then, okay, when you got pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
after, you did all of the amazing things, nourishing leading up to it,
Mm-hmm.
what did you eat during pregnancy?
Oh man, I tried to increase my calorie intake. First trimester is tough for a lot of people just because I'm kind of going through it right now. So I am actually pregnant. You guys are like the first ones.
Yeah.
If anyone listens to it before we announce it on Instagram, like kudos
There you
to
go. Yeah.
I was like, do I announce? Do I not?
Yeah.
I
Doing
know.
it.
Okay.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
So like I'm trying to eat more right now, but it's just kind of like that. It's kind of a drag at times.
Yeah.
But
Were you sick with Vivi?
I was a little bit.
Okay.
I threw up once just because bee pollen did not sit well with me, and so I had bee
Oh.
pollen and it just went everywhere.
Yeah.
After that, I
Like,
went
it
to
just smelled like
Cairo
it.
and I was like, I gotta book into my car.
Okay.
And I threw up
Oh my
outside my
gosh.
car.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Wow.
it's the bee pollen because I had a little bit
Oh.
earlier in that trimester, and I definitely could tell like it was mixing up. It was
Yeah.
not good. I didn't throw up. But I was pretty good. I would go
Okay.
on morning walks and I would feel a little nauseous, but it wasn't
Yeah.
like the worst. I know some women really, really struggle with that.
Yes, it's so sad.
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah.
Even through the whole entire pregnancy.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
even know.
But I know a lot of that can be prevented with lifestyle and diet.
Exactly.
There's a girl I know from like high school. She's on Instagram and she
Yeah.
has the hyperemesis
Yes.
gravidium, whatever that
Yes.
is.
Yeah.
So bad. But then she'll post eating the most awful food. And I'm just like,
Oh,
girl, and like then post
gosh.
rants about how miserable she is. And
Yes.
I'm like, oh my gosh, like, but she's
Right.
not the type of person I
Right.
could ever reach out and be like, hey,
there's some
But
people
it's just
they
like,
have to
oh,
just figure it out
yeah.
sometimes on their own. and
yeah.
Yeah, it can totally be reversed to a degree. Like I've been trying to eat more like sardines, smoked oysters, and
Okay.
all that kind of stuff. And I definitely tell a difference. Like in the mornings, if I'm kind of like, I don't want to eat anything, kind of had the egg ick lately.
Yeah.
I'll like have a smoothie and I totally feel way better after. So it's just
Okay.
like
Oh, awesome.
getting the proteins in, getting
Yep.
some of those carbs, like the sugars from the
Yeah.
fruits. It will help you. It's just like pound through it. Just
Yeah.
get through
Right.
it. It'll
Yeah.
help you in the long run. But yeah, pregnancy, very similar. I feel like I eat pretty similarly inside and out. I try to increase my protein intake. It can be hard because it's just like I feel like I have to eat like every other hour of the day, as
Oh,
you guys
yeah.
probably know. It's like snacks in between meals, but it's worth it. It also balances your blood sugar.
When I was pregnant, I called it my pregnancy
Yes.
bulk. Because
Yes.
I was
So
just like,
true.
I mean, it's your bulk period.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
I
you
worked out
have
my
to.
entire pregnancy, but
So
I
good.
also was eating in
Yes.
surplus and I
Yes.
increased my protein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's not back.
We snap back. And I
Seriously.
swear, like that's why we snap back so
It's-
well is because
yes.
we ate so good, we ate enough.
We worked out.
Yes, we worked out, we were active. I think minerals are so important as
so
well.
much. Yep.
Like I never had swelling the whole entire way pretty much, and I attest it to like eating enough, getting enough protein, but also the minerals. Having our adrenal cocktails, I have like this mineral mix in the mornings that I mix with a little bit of juice, and it has such great bioavailable magnesium, sodium, potassium.
Yeah.
It literally like gives me the spark to go.
Yeah.
It says like
good.
spark of life on the bottom.
Oh,
Like,
you're
that's
like,
really
yes,
good.
yes.
It is.
I mean, so many people are mineral deficient
Oh
and they
my
don't even
gosh.
realize it. And
They
that's
don't even
causing
realize it.
all of it can cause
Yes.
anxiety. It can cause so much.
Yes.
So it's
It
amazing.
depletes you get more stress, and then
Right.
depletes you even more, and like just dysregulates so much.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
your opinion on coffee during pregnancy?
Oh man, so this is another genetic thing. I'm
Okay.
realizing how often I reference genetic things.
Wait,
It's
I love-
actually funny. There's a specific gene for like how fast you process caffeine,
Okay.
and I think what also plays into it is the COMT gene, COMT.
I've
So
heard of that.
yeah, so that's like how fast you methylate basically. I methylate really slowly,
Okay.
but I'm a fast processor of caffeine, and so
Interesting.
like
I feel like they kind of counterbalance a little
Right,
bit.
because
Yeah.
you can't detox it well, but then
Yes.
you're absorbing it fast.
Yeah, and
that's
like
kind
it
of
goes
crazy.
through me quickly, but at the same time, it's like still sitting in me a little bit. I feel like it's like maybe I'm more of a medium processor. If you
Yeah.
add the two. But I still avoid it because I just am like, okay. Once reading this, it said if you're a fast caffeine processor genetically, that there's a higher risk of miscarriage. Not saying that it will happen, but I think it
Okay.
processes the estrogen really quickly. Like that's what coffee can do with the fast genetics.
Okay.
And so I think estrogen can just like go through you quickly. And so I don't want to mess with it. I've been having matcha this time with Vivian.
Yes.
I had no caffeine at all because I was like, oh my gosh,
You're like, no.
mess with that.
I know, I was
Yes.
scared.
Yeah, so scared because I know how jittery I get.
Yeah.
So it's just like,
No,
So,
it's true. I
yeah.
feel like that one's kind of controversial because, like, my friend said that she's pregnant right now, that her OBGYN allows her to have, like, I don't even know. I think it was like 4 cups of coffee. I'm like, how is that
That's like nuts.
allowed?
I barely have one
Yeah.
if I'm having coffee, and I'm like, whew, like I'm feeling this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm just, it's
Oh my
crazy to see,
gosh.
like, the differences
Yes,
and, like, what.
conventional to
Yes.
like,
I'm just,
yeah.
yeah, I wanted to pick your brain on that. Of
Yeah.
What you thought.
you know your own body best. I know that I can get a little anxious with it, and so I'm just going to avoid it. And maybe some people really thrive on it. And so it's like, okay, maybe you can have a little bit more, but I think 4 cups can be a little
That's
scary.
crazy.
Okay.
I mean, I don't even
Just
want to
for
have
that.
that not pregnant.
Yes.
So I'm like,
Oh my
geez,
gosh.
that's a lot.
Yeah. That's
Okay, so then what about any wellness tips you did during pregnancy that you swear by?
I stretched every day. Did
Okay,
this
I love that.
whole routine that was focused on getting baby in a good position,
Yes.
helping me flexibility wise. I was pretty religious about that, like every single morning, and it took probably about 20 minutes or so.
Okay.
And there's all kinds of different moves. Vivian was in a great position up until like 2 weeks. She was still head down, but like she
Yeah.
ended up being sunny side up.
Yes.
But still, she wasn't breached. She wasn't like, and I think sometimes babies have a mind of their own, but I do think it did help to a degree. So that was one health hack that I really felt great about doing. I tried to get as much sun as possible. I was in the winter a lot of it, but honestly, like if I'm out of the wind, I was able to like get my belly all sunned up without
love
like
that.
getting home.
Yeah.
Yeah, my belly was so tan.
Oh my
So,
God,
like,
I love
when
that.
I didn't have my belly anymore. I was like, whoa, this is dark.
Yeah.
It was like so stretched and everything.
I love that.
But it was, I mean, it was so good
Yeah.
for Vivian, for myself.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
I mean, we're not getting enough of
No,
the
we
sun
never
in
do.
general. Yeah.
I feel like the last part of my pregnancy was really hard because
Yes.
the
Yeah.
winters in Tennessee are crazy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had Grayson in December.
Yes, that's right.
So it was just like, that was a hard, like,
Yes.
postpartum, well, birth and
sure.
postpartum.
Postpartum.
So it was like that
yeah.
end, like, where
Oh,
you're,
yeah.
like, really struggling. You just want your baby
Yes.
out of you.
Like everyone's getting antsy at that.
You're
Yeah.
just like, come on. And
Yeah.
then,
Yes.
like, I had to go through, like, my postpartum in the winter.
Right.
I was like, I can't. This is
Yes.
really hard.
Yeah, that would be, because I was in end of April. So like I was getting
Oh,
nice
yeah.
sun.
It was starting to get that
that's
nice
like-
spring
Yes.
transition.
We always talk about how spring is just
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
So I can't even imagine with, December. Like you're in the beginning
That
of
was
that.
rough.
Yeah, you're in the trenches
Yeah.
right then.
Yeah.
No, it's crazy.
I will say with this pregnancy, what I'm focusing on health hack wise is like a lot of grounding. So I'm still
Okay.
getting a lot of sun. I'm getting more of that morning sun, but, like prioritizing grounding as well, just because I know that charges my body up and that's going to help the baby as well. So like what's really actually interesting is tongue ties. I feel like they're so common these days.
Everyone has one now.
Everyone has a tongue tie
Yeah.
these days. And I was like, okay, what starts
going
the
on?
tongue tie?
Yeah.
Where does that come from? I was like, is it during the birth process?
Right.
I don't know. And so what I found out is that within the first 2 weeks of conception, that's when the tongue tie forms. Like when the baby is so tiny.
Are you serious?
And it's all based on how energetically charged up is the mom. So like how are her minerals? Like is she getting enough grounding and sun?
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
That's
Wild.
kind of wild.
So were you drinking your minerals and chill during that time?
I was hammering it.
Okay,
all.
there
Like,
you
when
go.
I found
Yeah.
out, and I kind of
Yeah.
had a hunch the day we conceived that I was pregnant. So I was like,
yeah, you're like minerals.
we're,
Yeah,
we're
we're
charging
mineraling.
up, we're
Yeah.
getting our grounding, we're getting
Yeah.
our sun.
Did
I'm
you do that
pregnant
with
on my
me?
birthday.
Yes. Fun fact. Wild night.
Sorry.
It was not, but still.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's so crazy to me. Like,
Wait, so then did you do that with Vivi?
I still did the minerals. I feel like
Did she have a tongue tie?
she has a very small one.
Okay.
So it never
Okay.
really affected her too much. I know some where they're like, they have to get that frenectomy because
Yeah.
the baby can barely get any food. And they have
Right.
like lip ties too.
Yeah.
And it's so bad. I mean, this is every other person I meet. I swear they're like, oh, my baby has a tongue tie.
Yeah.
And so with Vivian, I feel like I was good, but I didn't know this stuff. And so now going into this one, I was
you're
like much more religious, getting my minerals,
Right.
getting my grounding.
Yeah.
But that's so
Um,
good for our listeners to hear.
I mean, it's something
That's huge.
nobody knows.
And if it can be preventable.
I didn't know
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah. I just found out about it too. And so I know I'm like, everyone needs to know this.
Yes.
Yeah.
just think, like, nobody's outside grounding these days. Like,
No.
it's hard. I mean, when we're doing stuff more on the computers,
Yeah.
like, we're not outside doing
No.
that. And so it can be tough, and I get that.
Yeah.
And
That
there
was
are
the
ways to
hardest
hack
part
around it.
of our barefaced challenge. We were like,
Yes.
the grounding part
Yeah.
for
I know.
me was the hard part. It wasn't
Right.
even the steps.
Like,
Yeah.
getting
Just
outside.
getting outside and grounding.
Especially in the
Getting out.
morning.
Why is it
Yeah.
so hard? But
Yeah.
it's so good for you.
So good. And it's forced me to slow down, honestly. I didn't realize how go I was until I'm like, okay, I have to just slow down. Having a kid makes you slow down more.
Yes.
And so getting outside, you're like, I have to sit out here, and
Right.
I get to sit out here, you know,
Right.
for 10 minutes and just soak it up, and your nervous system just releases,
Yeah.
regulates. And we're not doing that enough. We're like, oh, I got to do one more thing, or one more email, or I just got to do that housework thing. And
Yeah.
it's like, we can slow down. Things are going to work out in the end. Like, we don't have to
Right.
focus all
Yeah.
on getting stuff done all the time. Like, our bodies need rest.
Yeah.
And I will say I've been hammering that a lot more. I'm only 6 weeks, but, like, it's been a big focus.
I mean, I feel like that's just huge.
Yes.
No one, especially women, we are so
Oh,
go,
yeah.
go, go.
Yes.
Always overthinking, planning
Yes.
things, multitasking. And
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's just so important.
That was me. Still is to a degree, but I'm, like, at least more conscientious of
Yeah.
it now.
Right.
And I'm sure there's so much psychological science behind that for
yeah.
the baby, too.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Because
Yeah.
don't they say you get your mom's nervous system or your mom, you know,
Yes.
something like that. So,
So true.
it's so important.
Like, Vivian, I feel like she just never slows down. Like, she always has to go. She's kind of short-tempered at times. And I know there are some babies that are so chill. A lot of times the second baby.
Yeah.
So I feel like with the first one, you have to slow down. You have to
Right.
just take the time. And I feel like this one may be that chill baby because
Yeah.
I'm just much more like, all right, I'm
Yeah.
just going to
Yeah.
relax. I'm just going to sit here. She's going to read her books with me. I know there's stuff to get done, but I'm just going to
Right.
focus on this right now. And with her, pregnancy-wise, I barely took naps. I was just like, nope, I'm just going to keep going,
Yeah.
keep going.
I think subconsciously, like
Yeah.
your first baby, you're just like
Yes.
thinking of all the things. You don't know
Oh,
what's going
yeah.
on.
You're
You start planning
excited.
everything. It's just so different
Oh,
than
yeah.
your
so
second.
different.
We're like, that's piece of cake.
Yes,
We got
yes
this
exactly.
down.
Yeah.
Like, okay,
Yeah.
I don't need to
We
worry
can
too
do it.
much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just like chill a
The
little
first
bit.
one's kind of crazy.
It
really
It's
is.
like there's
So-
so much excitement, so much nerves, so much
Yeah.
unknown. Like,
So,
Crazy.
besides that, are you doing anything differently this pregnancy?
yeah, so those were the big focuses. I'm also, rather than doing just stretches, I'm actually doing, it's called bowspring. So it's, if you looked at someone doing it, you might say like, oh, it looks kind of yoga-like. It is still different if you saw someone doing it, but that's the best way for me to describe it. And it's actually working on the fascia. And so it's working on the energetic portion of the body along
Okay.
with the fascia. And it's just, it helps open up the body basically. So, you know, the little baby, as it grows, you know, there's less and less room. When you do bowspring, you can like expand your torso area. So the baby is like, has much more room. You're not like, your belly's not massive and you're getting
Yeah.
the, yeah, you're not getting that as much when you're more expanded. Like
Okay.
women, when they do bowspring, they gain an inch sometimes in their height.
Wow.
It's crazy. And so it's just like it stretches, but I'm also using my muscles doing it at the same time. So
Okay.
it's literally like trying to heighten my body. So if I'm laying on the ground on my side, I'm breathing in and breathing out. And when I'm breathing out, I'm grounding my hips and my feet. And I'm kind of like pulling up my shoulders, my head. So like this area, it
Okay.
has to expand and the ribs kind of open up a little bit. That's something I'm doing differently because I
Yeah.
didn't really
Yeah.
know too much about that.
You're going to have
with
to
Vivian
send
as
us
well.
like videos of that or
Yes,
show us.
I
'Cause I'm
will.
so intrigued by
Because,
that.
I mean, even if you're not pregnant, it is so good because a lot of times what it happens is the fascia starts to like release a lot of any like emotions that are built up, past traumas and stuff. And when you release that, sometimes people have breakthroughs where they're like, oh, I have so much more clarity on what I need to do in life, or I feel so much better, so much lighter. You're able to breathe better. There's so many benefits to it.
Wow,
It's
okay.
really
That's
cool.
amazing.
Yeah. Any like workouts that you're doing during
Yes.
this pregnancy
So-
you like?
I try to keep it a little more low key with my body. That's just what I feel best.
Okay.
Bowspring does have some workout component to that.
Okay.
Being early on, I'm just like, okay, I want to take it a little bit more easy, but I do want to start incorporating a little more weights this time around.
Yeah.
I've always been a walker, so like I'll do walking in the morning, walking in the afternoon or evening,
Yeah.
and really brisk walking to get that cardio up. But I do want to do a lot more weights this time around. I would like to do more Pilates.
Yeah.
I just have to get out, and it's
Actually
a little
do it.
farther away from my house, so that's
Yeah.
just. And
Yeah.
with Vivian, I've never been able to like get a good rhythm with that, but that would be
But I
really
see you
awesome.
doing
Yeah, we saw it.
I didn't have Pilates. I started kind of doing it during
Yeah.
my pregnancy,
Oh,
but it was Club Pilates, and I didn't really like
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
yeah.
It wasn't the best.
But now this time going
Yeah.
around, I'm like, oh, I'm for sure doing Pilates.
Yes.
Like I have
Yeah. It gets your stamina up for like
and
the
use your
birth.
core strength.
It's like a double whammy, like if you're doing bowspring and all that.
Oh, yeah.
All
So-
goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Okay, so then any supplements that you're taking? I know we said minerals, but
Right.
anything else?
Yeah, minerals are big. I am still taking the Thyro Plus.
Okay.
But I kind of like go every other day. I'm not necessarily taking a legit prenatal.
Okay.
I'm kind of just trying to supplement with like more whole food supplements. I have a Whole Foods prenatal, I guess you could call it, that has just a whole bunch of like actual foods in it. So it has like fish roe, oysters in it. There's liver, just to like get all the nutrient density I can, and I supplement every other day with the Thyro Plus since they're kind of similar a little bit. I also take a vitamin B that does not have niacin in it because I get like niacin flush really bad with that.
Really
Yeah.
interesting.
So red and hot. It's
Yeah.
so weird. It's kind of freaky.
Have you heard about doing that before sauning? Doing a niacin
No.
flush? Yeah.
Okay, that
That's something you can do to help, and then it will if you sauna after.
because he gets
Did
Asian
it?
glow.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't really get it until last pregnancy, actually. So it was really weird.
Interesting.
And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the correlation was there, but so yeah, I take that, and it's also a really good vitamin B for if you have like the mother effer gene.
Yeah.
It's the hydroxy like version of it or something like that. I'm taking niacinamide, so it's like
Okay.
different, won't give you the
Okay.
flush.
Yeah.
I'm taking cod liver oil. I think
Okay.
that's so important with the vitamin A's in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cold extracted, and then oh man, what else? Reishi, taking that because it's
Okay.
just so good for inflammation, longevity, and oh man, I know I'm forgetting something. Oh, CoQ10 because I just want to give my body the energy it needs
Yes.
and just
Yep.
keep going. Those are the big ones. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's all.
Do you follow like the Weston A. Price kind
I
of
follow
way?
a decent
Okay.
amount. And you know, I kind of like mesh certain things together, but I definitely have a lot of their principles.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
same.
And then what did you do postpartum?
Focusing
Stuck
nutrient
postpartum.
density. I
Yes.
think something that women forget, and I think it's more and more common now finally, but like we forget about how important it is to eat warming foods afterwards. Some women are like, oh, gotta eat a salad, gotta eat cold foods, you know, just to bounce back. But yeah, at the same time, it's just like your body is repairing. And so you need the proper fats, proteins, carbs. And so I was focusing a lot on soups because it still had the minerals, the bone broth in there.
So good.
So good. Delicious.
Now I'm craving like slow cooked meats
I
after
know,
this
I'm like,
conversation.
I know.
I'm like, let's throw something in the crock pot
Yeah.
for
Oh man, like beef cheeks.
Oh,
Like
yes.
when I made that, it's been a while.
So good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so good. Congees, I think that's how you pronounce it.
Okay.
So they used to be called mama meals. I think they're the restorative roots now, and so
Mm.
it's like basically you can order meals through a like service, and they deliver them.
That
you
is
freeze them.
amazing.
So nice. I got a gift card for there, and so I started having like some of their congees, and it's just like literally rice that's cooked with bone broth, and there's some slow cooked chicken in there.
Ooh,
So good,
okay.
so simple,
Yeah.
but it's just really nutrient dense and like
Wow.
sustainable for your body.
Right.
Bone broth was big.
Yes.
Focused on that. Had teas just to hydrate with,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
you know, those electrolytes and the different minerals that has, and Thyro Plus for the minerals. Yeah, it was just a lot of warming foods, and in the summer it can be really difficult to have those.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So it's focusing on still nutrient density while mixing it up. So maybe stir fries instead of like a congee or like a soup. Dates with like some nut butter in it, and yeah, or like a piece of chocolate, like still getting the iron, the sustainable carbs, the fats. Yeah, so you just have to tweak it a little bit, and
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure ChatGPT can always help.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I
Seriously.
swear it's so good.
Couldn't
like-
give me a warming postpartum meal.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So
Do you
yeah.
feel like you had any postpartum symptoms?
I did not. So my mom really
Okay.
struggled with
Yeah.
depression. Looking at what she ate and she didn't breastfeed, I think that was a huge thing. It's
Yeah.
just like, okay, it makes a lot of sense. So I kind of wondered though still, like, is
Yeah.
it a little genetic? And never had any of that. I was pretty stable mood-wise. I think the first week you're emotional
Yes.
no matter what.
And you're sleep deprived.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
sleep deprived.
It's
You're
like a
just,
whole transition.
you're just like, what just happened? So, I mean, I think the first week is always emotional, but afterwards, yeah, so
Yeah.
stable. I think I was a little anxious over certain things, but it was the new motherhood
Yeah.
aspect of like,
Yeah.
am I doing this right? Like,
Yeah.
is she getting enough milk? More so that
Yeah.
versus I can't get rid of this anxiety. It was just me thinking of, am I being good enough? as a mom.
Right.
Yeah.
So
I had it really bad.
really,
Really bad. I mean,
Wild.
I think, and it's what's crazy is I had a really easy pregnancy.
yeah.
And then I had like kind of a turn. I actually
Yeah.
went into like preterm labor, had to go on bed
Your
rest.
labor was
Remember?
wild.
Then I had a
yes, yes.
crazy birthing story, which I'll have to tell one time.
Yeah.
Postpartum was really hard, but I think it's because more so of the trauma that happened after.
Oh my gosh.
And so
Winter.
that, and like what I went through with the birth, and then
Yes.
winter, and then just being on bed rest for 6 weeks. So
Oh
I
gosh,
couldn't move
that's
at all
right.
because I healed naturally. I didn't go into the
Oh,
hospital
I
at all.
forgot about that. You had really bad tears. Oh,
So it was
man.
not good.
That
So that
is
was
rough.
like, I think that all combined was just so hard. And then
Yeah.
you kind of lose like your
Yes.
identity
Your
a little bit. You're like,
way of life.
it's really
Your
weird.
routines. Yeah.
Yes. And I was really healthy through everything.
Yes,
So I'm like,
yeah.
I think it's like
Yeah.
a lot situational too.
Yeah, a
Totally.
lot of outside factors.
Yes.
Totally.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
So-
and like knowing you had probably to go back to work after
Oh,
a few
yeah.
months, so you're kind of just thinking about like the whole
it's a lot of
scheme of
pressure.
everything.
Yeah.
A lot of
Yeah.
pressure.
For
Yeah.
sure.
That's so true.
It's
yeah,
kind of crazy.
that is. Yeah, the tearing was the worst part, honestly. Like
Yeah.
the healing process of
Oh,
that.
that's
Yeah.
Like
just
I still
awful.
got stitches, you didn't. And I mean, there was
That was
days
the
where
worst
I'm like,
part.
I can't even stand like this.
Mhm.
I feel like everything's just gonna break through.
Oh, yeah, I was like scared to do anything for
Yes.
like months.
Oh,
and I'm like,
my-
but then, I mean, it goes away one day. It's the weirdest thing,
That
and then
is
you're fine.
So weird.
Yeah.
So bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is crazy. I ended up going to my OBGYN, and she was like, you didn't have a tear. And I was like, I did.
That's right. Oh
and
my
then
gosh.
she's like, no, you didn't. And I'm like,
No,
what
I
the heck?
did.
Because she was so against my home birth,
Yes.
she gave me attitude. It was really weird.
Wild.
But then I was like, okay, I mean,
Like it's healed.
it
Shows
healed
that it
naturally.
healed well.
That's
Yeah.
how like your body
didn't
can
even
naturally
notice.
heal.
Yeah.
Yes,
If you're
exactly.
healthy and doing the right things.
You rest properly.
Yes, it's kind
even
of
though it's
crazy.
You did the hyperbaric oxygen
Oh
after
yeah, I did
too.
hyperbaric
Oh,
oxygen.
that's
I was
so
just
great.
doing other things.
Yeah.
Wow. How do you
Heal
feel like
naturally.
that worked for you?
Oh,
Like,
it totally worked.
That's
Yeah.
I
so
mean,
cool.
it was insane.
Yeah, we did it at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
And they
awesome.
even said like, you could bring your newborn in there. It's kind of
Really?
insane.
You just breastfeed them.
You breastfeed them.
during like when it starts getting you to the
What?
oxygen.
Yeah, but I was like, I'm not gonna like,
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
They're not, but they're like, you totally could. And I was like, that's kinda crazy. So
that is insane.
I mean, I felt like that made a huge difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Oh, for
Totally,
sure.
I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, I did like the red light too. I think that obviously
yeah.
helped. Like
All
hammered
the
that.
things.
All the
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
But good advice for like mamas, like hyperbaric oxygen,
Yeah. The things you don't.
red light,
Yes.
PMF, grounding.
warm moods,
Yes.
Yeah.
or warm moods, warm food,
Yes. Worry.
like all about your.
And not like stressing and worrying, which is so hard being
I
a
know.
first time mom. Like second
Ugh.
time I could see where it's just like a
Yeah.
little more chill, but the first time I'm like, I'm so sorry, Vivian,
Yeah.
because I feel like I was just too anxious with you because it was so unknown of like, am I doing this right and
I feel
everything.
the same way.
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
every mom, first time mom is just like, they would say the same thing.
Oh, I'm sure.
Honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No one
So
prepares you.
that's true.
Okay, so now that you've been a mama, I feel like you guys can kind of talk about too some amazing tips for living more of a natural, holistic life with having a baby. And, you know, you have to do maneuver a lot of things, diapers, wipes,
Oh yeah.
baby washes,
Right.
you know, all the
Yeah.
nitty gritty things.
Yeah.
So, what would you say are like your favorite things to do with Vivi or products?
Right. I think the biggest thing right now that I've really been loving, I actually started on my birthday because I was like, this is what I want to do on my birthday. And then I'm like, wait, why am I not doing this every day?
Yeah.
It's free. So in the mornings, we'll first get her a little sunlight and then I'll go make breakfast and stuff.
Okay.
And then after breakfast, we'll just go outside. I'll strip her down so she's getting full sun.
Oh,
And
Do that with Grace.
it's so nice.
Okay.
She'll like just play because she wants to be outside. It's not as
Okay.
intense of heat. She'll just kind of do her thing, and I'll like sit on a cotton blanket, so it's like getting the
Love
grounding
that.
through it.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like otherwise, if it's polyester, it won't.
Yeah.
And I'll just all the little things.
Yeah. You have to be so
Oh
specific.
my
Yeah.
God. Like the things you don't think about. Like,
Well, I was reading about like the Hertz different sheets
Yes.
give. Have you looked into that?
yes,
It's like
Oh my
cotton,
gosh.
linen,
Yes.
all of that gives different Hertz.
cashmere.
Yeah.
Like polyester is literally like you're dead.
Yeah, yeah. Like
But
negative
people don't
Hertz.
know this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
It is.
Do
It's
all the
good
details.
stuff. All the details. And so I'll just go out there. I'll kind of do some stretches, maybe a little bowstring. I'll just have a sports bra on and some shorts, and
Yeah.
so I'm getting sun still. And just, I feel like so much more recharged after I do that, because the sun is just lighting you up, and you're getting that circadian rhythm set. She plays outside, she's getting her vitamin D and sun, and it just feels so good, and I feel so ready for the day, so calm to start it. And yeah, and it's kind of like something to check the box too. You're kind of like, okay, what should we do with our kids? Like, keep them busy.
Yeah.
Right.
And rather than just sitting inside, it's like, why not go outside and just check the box for all of us?
Right.
Right.
Get healthy and be outside. They're occupied.
Definitely. And I feel like Vivian loves it, and she feels better afterwards. She sleeps better. I sleep better.
I can sleep so much better when I get my sun.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh. Yeah.
Especially in the morning, because your melatonin starts in the morning when you're in the sun with that circadian rhythm. It makes sense why we sleep so much better when we actually get that morning sun.
So true. So true. Midday, I'll make sure like we'll get our midday sun so it's on our eyes. Evenings as well. And then I light candles in the evening. Sometimes people come over and they're like, it's so dark here. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forget that people are not used to this.
Yeah.
I could probably get like the red light bulbs and stuff like that. I just use the candles instead. And I mean, I have my raw optics red light glasses too if I'm gonna watch a movie or something. And that helps. That also helps Vivian too. It helps her to know it's time to wind down. So that's really some key things. I try to focus on nutrient density for her as well.
Yeah.
She's not eating as much, but like her smoothie, I'm gonna like load it up with all the things that I can, and she loves it. But like she's been having eggs now finally, but like I'll do an egg yolk powder that has some colostrum in it for her.
Okay.
She'll do some kefir, so she's getting protein and like her calcium, her probiotics. And then there's fruit and banana to like sweeten up a little bit.
Yeah.
And then pearl powder with some collagen.
She's like a full-on wellness girly.
Yeah, she's like not even knowing.
No,
She is.
yeah, she's an it girl.
She's an it girl, and follow her on Instagram.
That's like the goal for all.
Yes.
I mean, that's what I want to do with my kids. The same thing.
Yeah.
So cute.
And I think, you know, sometimes too, trying to do everything right. Like in the beginning when I started feeding her solids, I was like focusing all on what I was just saying. It's like, okay, like making sure there's enough fat with her meats. It's only slow cooked and like nothing raw to help with digestion early on. And she didn't like want to eat at all in the beginnings. And then her like digestion was so slow. I was like, I'm doing all the right things. Like, what's going on? So it's just like having grace as well is so important, because I think I was like, oh, I'm doing all the right things. And then there was variables that I had no idea were going to pop up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought I was doing everything right. Like, why can't I figure this out?
You're like, this is supposed to be working.
I'm like, I'm doing everything possible. Like, I started hammering the blueberries to her, and like, it started working. And I'm like, but you can't just like have all these blueberries every single day. Like, something's got to get better.
That's how my sister, she stresses out because all she wants are blueberries.
Blueberries. And oranges. No, he's onto oranges.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, little guy.
Interesting.
Chomps. Like,
like beef sticks.
easy. She wants it. She likes it.
It's like you just have to do your best, right?
Yeah,
And offer them.
Yeah. Have the grace as well, because it's like if you try everything, sometimes it doesn't always work out. And finally, her digestion's gotten better. I did a gut test actually for her too.
Awesome. What did it say?
So it actually never really even knew like this kind of thing until this, but akkermansia.
Okay. Yes.
So it's kind of a hype thing now.
Yes. Well, they just started making supplements for it. Yeah. It's in your gut. It's a type of living probiotic.
It's literally like hot off the press. Actually, Caleb's dad is like selling it and talking about it.
Wow.
He's a molecular biologist.
Okay. Yeah.
I was like, no way, because Caleb's mom is like, oh yeah, Tom's selling that. I'm like, wait, what? And Vivian has so much. She had like 3 times the amount she should have. Because I was like, okay, everything I read, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
But it's saying this is not good.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was so confused by that. She had a couple pathogens as well.
Okay.
And so I met with the specialist, and they said, yeah, as a baby, it's just kind of a lot of akkermansia. And so like that actually, she said, I saw the correlation in previous people where there's too much akkermansia is contributing to constipation. And she's like, it's great that she has it, but like we need to get it under control a little bit. And so she said, you know, just hammer the probiotics, have some spices to kind of help with the pathogens, since she can't obviously detox right now. And I've seen a huge difference. Just like having the kefir, a certain probiotic that I use, she still has like, you know, fermented cucumbers, so like pickles basically. And a huge change in her digestion. Like,
so she just needed more of a variety.
More variety, especially with the probiotics. And then I only did cinnamon because she wasn't going to have oregano or garlic. And so I would just put cinnamon like a whole bunch in her smoothies, and she would do it. And I feel like that really helped stimulate a lot too. So
what type of gut test was it?
So it's Tiny Health.
Okay.
And it's specific to infants and babies and kids. But they also do adults too. And it's like a really nice, easy to read PDF. Versus the one we do, it's kind of like, this one, it's like, if you just need to start somewhere, sometimes like easy is best.
Yeah.
And so that was really great.
Yeah, especially for babies. I feel like it's really good to know what's going on with them, you know?
It sets them up for success like 12 years.
I wish someone would have done that for me.
I
Instead of pounding all these like antibiotics.
Was it expensive?
I think it was around $200.
Oh.
So it wasn't bad.
Yeah, that's worth it to me.
You got a call with it, and if not, it was like $50 or something.
Okay.
So I think the call was with it, though.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Yeah.
And so worth it. Like, I'm sure my gut was horrible when I was born, and so now I have to do so much extra work today. Absolutely. You guys know that, too.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, if I was set up for success right away, where would I be today? I don't know.
I know. It's kind of crazy.
It is. A while.
Do you have any good hacks for on the go? I know we were talking about sometimes cooking's overwhelming, all of that.
Totally.
What are your favorite on the go hacks?
Yeah. On the go hacks. So we do travel a lot. Now with Vivian, I travel a little bit less, but
y'all are always going to cool places.
Yes. I am really
like you're in Mexico. Like I'm like, oh my
gosh.
gosh.
Choose wisely. I'm like,
yes.
Before Vivian, I was just going wherever because I'm like, oh, this will be fun. Now it's like only if it's worth it.
Yeah, seriously.
And so I think for me with that is just like making sure I have enough snacks so I'm not like, you know, basically fasting for too long of time, especially with breastfeeding. It's so important.
Oh, yeah.
So having like healthy snacks, even if you have to make something ahead of time to have like packaged ready to go. And then minerals, so important. So electrolytes for my water. This is a really cool hack too, is I like to bring my own water through the airport. And so the way to do it, maybe you guys have heard, is just to say, oh, it's for medical use. So I'll keep my water bottle full and it'll go through security. They'll have to like do all the swabs, but you're like, oh, it's for medical purposes. Or if you're breastfeeding, or not breastfeeding, but if you're like, oh, it's for the baby
formula,
you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you're more comfortable with saying.
Yeah.
I usually have Caleb say it because I just like can't
something about it. It's so
just like the confrontation of it.
Yeah. They always are like pissed about it.
Yeah. Or like when you have them pat you down, it's like always some huge thing. Yeah. Sometimes I don't even do that. I'm just like, I'm just gonna walk through it because I don't feel like dealing with it.
Like when I was pregnant, I was bullish on it, and it was just like the end of the world for some of these.
They think it's like, I don't know.
Yeah. Why? It's so much extra time for them. It's like, this is your job.
Like you're just standing there. Like, there's always a million TSA people standing around. Like, they can pat me down.
Exactly. So that's something I do. And then actually, and then I focus on trying to get the sun and the grounding wherever I go. Like, just to kind of reset things. There's a lot of EMF on planes. And so trying to just recharge my body afterwards with that. And then, on the go hacks. I try to have some kind of snack in the car if I'm going. Sometimes it's just a lot when you have a baby and like sometimes if Caleb's out of town. So I'll go to like a healthy place to eat. I'm so fortunate Urban Market is close.
So we're so jealous of that.
So nice. So it's just like, you know, sometimes you just do the best you can. Otherwise, I love the idea of meal prepping, but it's just going to be a lot in the beginning of the week. And so it is nice if I do that. I don't do enough of that. To be honest.
Do you have any tips for getting her to drink more water?
Okay.
I'm having trouble.
Vivian doesn't love it either.
Okay.
But what I've been doing, and this kind of helps, she kind of like bypasses it, is I'll be like, oh, let's cheers. And she'll cheers with me. And I'm like, oh, no, drink. And she'll drink. Sometimes she'll bypass the drinking part now. She just got so smart where she's like, no, I don't want to do that part. But I feel like that helps.
Okay.
When I got a new water bottle for her, that was like super fun. It did fade over time where it's like not as cool anymore. I even tried to like amp it up with maybe like coconut water a little bit of sweetness. Even lemon, because she loves lemons like on the side. And even that is just like
it's hard. It's really weird.
It is really strange.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we were both struggling then.
I don't know what it is about their kids.
No, it's so true.
I feel like so many people are gonna want to know just all of your favorite baby products and what you swear by, what's a must. Because I always feel like people are like, okay, this is a must, but then you don't really need it or something like that, you know? So
totally.
What do you love?
So I love the baby carriers. So like Art of Pop or Wild Birds. I mean, we use that all the time. And with traveling, I mean, being hands-free with Vivian is just key. So baby carriers are worth the investment, especially a good one that you feel comfortable with. You know, Art of Pop is so expensive, but it's like it is so comfortable. I actually got mine off of Marketplace because I'm like, I had the Wild Bird, which is so comfortable too. It's great. And I was like, I just want the Art Pop too.
I think I want it all.
Yeah, and so I found like a brand new, so cute, stylish. Like that's my aesthetic one. The Wild Birds, like Caleb can wear, and it doesn't look super like preppy and everything. So a good carrier is such a must. And then I would say, oh man, I feel like there's so many random things that it's just like you don't need a lot of. I didn't actually use a lot of burp cloths.
Me neither.
Vivian,
Grayson and burp.
Yeah, she never like burped up anything.
No.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't.
Which I have heard that's more of a thing for formula-fed babies.
Oh, that would make a lot of sense. Yeah. Duh, that would make a lot of sense. I would say, oh man, the diaper cream that I used, it's in that little green. I'm forgetting what the brand is. That worked so good. Like Vivian never really had diaper rash, but like for any little irritation, worked so good. It's kind of like actually like a green oily herbal cream. Oh, there's a specific brand.
We'll link it.
Like Mama something.
You're gonna have to send it. Just send it all to us.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I don't feel like babies need a lot in the beginning. It's like obviously clothe them. Obviously I breastfeed, so like I'm feeding them. You know, they have their diapers, they're changed. The carrier is huge to go hands free. The Doona, that was such a must, honestly.
Like, for traveling.
For traveling, it was just like, we're just going to get it. I mean, I thought I could hack my way without having it. And we're like, no, what am I thinking? Like, just have it, change into a car seat, change into a stroller.
Yeah, that's freaking cool.
It's like, I get why everyone.
It's the easiest thing.
There's nothing like it on the market either. So that was really, really key. And, oh man, I just don't feel like there's a lot you need, to be honest. It's just like,
the more simple the better.
More simple the better. Like there's so much stuff you can have, and it's just like sometimes it just takes up a lot of room, and you don't actually need a lot.
Yeah, it ends up in like the closet.
A side bassinet, I think that's really important. So you're not like
no, it's true.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of my friends that are getting pregnant, and they always ask me like, oh, what do I need? What do I need?
Yes, yeah.
And I feel like a lot of the things I'm like, well, just wait on it, because you can literally go to Target. Like,
so
I mean, a lot of the stuff I didn't even use, and I just was like, I need all the things. And I was so stressed, and then I look back and I'm like, I have so much stuff that I didn't even use, or I used like a couple times.
Exactly.
So maybe wait, do the main essential things that you know you're gonna use, and then you can always go get like silver nipple covers.
I don't even need them.
No, I don't either.
So,
yes, no, like, all those things like you don't need like right away.
That's true. You could literally go and get it. Amazon Prime it. It will come the next day.
You don't need to spend all that money, or like get that on your registry. Have the registry specific for like things that are like necessary.
Really big, necessary.
I feel like that's a really good tip.
It is. Yeah, love that idea. It's actually really wise.
Because I have a lot of like a few friends that are pregnant right now, so they're asking me, and I'm like, save your money on certain things. Yeah, definitely.
Be your advice to any new moms or anyone pregnant, expecting, trying to get pregnant?
I think the biggest thing is just not stressing and having anxiety over things. Like control, like focus on the things that you can control, but the things you can't, don't like let your mind wander and worry about that stuff. You know, there's obviously a rhyme and reason to like being conscientious of things, but like when you're focusing too much on things that could happen, it's just too stressful for your body. And so like whether that's going into fertility, whether that is during pregnancy, about birth, postpartum, just let your body be and focus on what you can control. Do your best at that. Don't also stress about that either, because I do remember being like, oh my gosh, am I taking enough supplements? Am I taking the right things? Am I eating enough? And it's just like, do the best you can and just kind of let go of the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
I think that's key, because a lot of times stress can be the biggest factor that gets in the way of your fertility and conception, you know, because you're focusing too much on it. You're stressing too much. Same with pregnancy, the birth, just, you know, listen to your body, because a lot of times that can tell you the most that you need to know.
Yeah, that's so true. I mean, we have a couple of friends that are trying to conceive and they're really struggling. And I know you work with women that are struggling with fertility issues or wanting to conceive. What would you recommend?
So honestly, I think the biggest thing is we talked a lot about nourishing your body, optimizing it that way, but then also like getting rid of a lot of the things that could be hindering it in your life. So whether that is toxic body products or, you know, perfumes or candles, toxic kitchenware. So many of your podcasts are like key for this. So if people have not listened to those,
go back to non-toxic era.
Go back to all those. Bathroom and kitchen edition.
Like, they're April approved.
They're April approved. So, I mean, removing those things, because you could be doing everything right, but if you don't have those things in line, like those might be the big things that are those roadblocks getting in the way of it.
Right.
And then, focusing on nourishing yourself as well and slowing down, listening to your body. I think when we're go, we don't know what our body is trying to tell us. And that can go the same with birth as well. I think a lot of times we are too stressed, we're too, worried about like, is this going to be painful? And it's like, just slow down, listen to your body. Your body knows how to do it. And when you kind of get in a chaotic mindset, and I get it, like mine was 4 days long. The fourth day, I just lost it.
Yeah.
And it's like, but that's when I was most out of tune with my body, and it just didn't work well for me. Right. And so when I was most in tune, least stressed, that's when I had the most progress. And so I think it's just like not letting yourself get worried about all the things, but also, nourishing your body properly, getting enough protein, shooting for at least 100 grams of protein a day. I mean, more is even better, but at least just starting with 100 grams. The minerals, taking proper supplements, and a lot of times doing blood work or a genetic test can be really key for that if you don't know where to start with that. Yeah, there's so many different factors, and like analyzing lifestyles can be different from each person to the next. Sometimes people are working out way too much and like they're really not letting their body recover properly. Recovery can be huge as well. So each person is so different, but I think those are some key takeaways to like grab onto.
I love that because I feel like so many of those things a lot of women aren't doing or doing too much of. So and it's like exercising, it's like someone's like, everyone says you need to work out 4 to 5 times a week, but what if that's too much stress on someone's body? Or
and you might need to build up to that.
Exactly.
Because obviously exercise is so good.
Right.
But some people
putting on their genetics, their lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's so true.
That's amazing. So another thing we've talked about that you're doing that is so interesting is the cranial fascial therapy, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Cranial sacral fascial therapy.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So loaded.
Okay.
It's CFT, but I've actually seen it CSFT as well. So just as long as you got the cranial, the fascial, and the therapy, I think you're good.
Okay. Tell our listeners about it.
Yes. So this is something that I really didn't know much about until Vivian was born. And so my midwife actually was like, hey, your labor was really long. You might want to consider CFT for Vivian because she was inside of you and she was getting crammed like left and right from the contractions. And if you think about it, for 4 days long getting contracted on, like that's a lot.
That was me. I had 4 days labor too.
Yeah, ours is so similar. Yours was like, I was thinking about that actually in my trauma. I'm like, oh my gosh, ours is so comparable. And so, if you think about it, if you're getting contracted on for so long, like that's hard on anybody, let alone a little tiny baby that knows nothing else right at that moment. And so, and it was obvious, Vivian was very tense. Like she was just like this. Like she wouldn't like move her arms away, and she hated when you like held her like this because she wanted to sit up. Like straight from birth.
Interesting.
Like you couldn't even hold her like this because she's like, I want to sit upright. Yeah. Like we're like, oh, you have amazing abs.
Yeah.
No, she was so tense.
Yeah. You're like, she's a genius. She's the most.
And she probably was building her muscles.
Oh yeah. The contractions were like building her up.
Really though. And so I was like, interesting, and it kind of just stuck in my mind. And so thinking about it more and more and looking into it, I was like, oh, I need to definitely take her to this. And I took her for a few months, and it helped dramatically. She has a tongue tie, just a small one. I think we were talking about it earlier. And tongue ties are correlated with the tension in the fascia in the body as well. And so a lot of times you'll get it snipped, but then like your whole fascia system, it's like a web in your body. And the tongue tie is kind of like, I like to say, like a puppet, there's strings. And when you cut one of those strings, like certain things collapse and the puppet can't work properly.
Interesting. Yeah.
And sometimes when you cut a tongue tie, it's okay. Like sometimes their fascia is good, but sometimes when you cut it, like those babies, they don't know how to properly use their tongue anymore. It can just be a lot for them to handle.
Yeah, that makes so much sense.
It makes a lot of sense. And so with CFT, it actually is working up the fascia and breaking things up to help the tongue tie. So it's like before you do the surgery, try what you can with CFT and breaking up the fascia first and see if that helps, and you might not even need the tongue tie anymore.
Oh, wow.
And so,
that is amazing.
It's incredible. And so I was like, okay, I want to get certified in this because I saw how much it helped Vivian. If any of my future babies have a lot of tension, which everyone does after birth, you need to unwind whatever was built up because they're crammed up in there too. And so future babies, if there's any tongue ties with them, I want to be able to work on them right away versus like, oh, I can't get into the chiro until a few days in or a few weeks in. So having that in the back of my hand, but then also like doing it for other people, I just realized how helpful it is. And like even for adults, it's like if you have TMJ issues or headaches, you can't sleep well, a lot of times it's a tight fascia. And so being able to do people to like help improve their lives is just such an amazing thing to be able to do. And so I'm super excited to get certified in that. And basically, like I was saying, the fascia is a web in the body, and it can often store like traumas that have happened or bad emotions that have built up. And I actually was just reading something on it today where it's like, well, why does good emotions not store up in the fascia? But it's because when you have a bad experience happen, you tense up. Like people tense up. And so your fascia tenses up and it kind of holds onto it and it like binds up. And you're like, well, how are emotions stored? And it's just like, okay, how are you feeling at that moment? You tensed up, your fascia tensed up. And over time, like it starts to build up and build up. Yeah. And good emotions you don't tense up with. So they just kind of flow through you and allow your fascia to relax.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. And so being able to unwind that all is really amazing. And people like have the breakthroughs where they're just like, wow, I remembered this thing that happened to me when I was like 5 and I kind of forgot about it, but I needed to work through that and I didn't realize that. All while like helping their body relax too. It's just crazy.
So amazing.
I need you to do that to me.
I know. I'm like, I can't wait.
Yeah, we're going to have you do all of us. We'll be your first people.
Stay tuned. Part 2.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll do a live demo.
I'm like crying.
That would be amazing.
Yeah. This is so dramatic.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, I believe that stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's cool.
That's so cool.
Okay, April. So that was amazing. We could talk forever. So we're definitely going to need a part 2 series. We were saying we need to do one on all like birthing. Yes. You and Kenzie can talk births.
Yeah. Guys, let us know if you want to know our birth stories.
Like,
they're pretty crazy. I mean, I feel like it's interesting too to like know about home birthing and doulas and all those things. I mean, it's getting more popular now with like the wellness people. Yeah. So I'm like, I feel like it needs to be said.
It needs to be talked about. Just like what we learned, the lessons we learned. Yeah. And every birth is so different too. So it's just like
every single one.
Just being informed is so fun. Yeah. Educated.
100%.
Okay, so if anyone ever wants to do the genetic testing or follow along with all your amazing information, where can they find you?
So I'm on Instagram. I have a small account. It's April Guilliams. And
we'll tag it in the caption.
Give her a follow.
Yes.
And if you want to like listen to my podcast, any of the previous episodes I've had,
we didn't touch on that. She has an amazing podcast.
Yeah, it's kind of a separate topic, but Better Health with April. And if you want to reach out, I'll have my contact info in the notes for you to reach out if you want to work with me. Fertility, preconception, pregnancy, postpartum, or genetic testing. Like, I'm all here for it, or do all of it together.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I mean, that's what I would love to work with you, because April's just so down to earth, so sweet, and she'll listen to you and help you through anything. Yeah, like that's just one thing.
Make you feel so comfortable.
Known from like you, and we always talk about this. Yeah, from like meeting you, we're like, oh, she's just like
so warm. Your heart of gold. You're so warm and just an amazing person.
Yeah,
trustworthy, and we can go on and on. So thank you so much for coming on. That was amazing. I learned so much. So
much content.
Everyone make sure to follow the podcast on Instagram, Barefaced and Unbridled. And my Instagram is Lauren with an A, or Michael.
And mine's Mackenzie MCM.
We will see you next time. Thank you so much, April.
Bye, guys.